Hi everybody! So I recently challenged myself to not perfect, but to at least learn how to do a basic cut crease. And I feel like I succeeded. I feel like I have done a decent job at cut creases since then. And I don't know, it's making me want to play with different shapes, different techniques, different styles. And I want to practice something like that today. I'm really into looks that are like four cut creases stacked on top of each other and overlapping and all that kind of really intricate stuff. My skill level is not there yet, but I want it to get there. But I know that I want to use my Kaleidos Electro Turquoise palette. This one is one of my favorite color schemes of all of their little Futurism palettes, but I don't use it enough, so I want to use this for sure. And I want to do something with a water activated liner. I recently got a ton of these split liners from Glisten Cosmetics, and I'm not sure, I might want to do the orange one just because it goes with the palette, maybe the white. We'll see. Just like in every video that I do, everything on my face is already done except for the eyes, because I feel like the eyes are the only interesting part of makeup application. So I'm gonna just get started with the eyes and see what happens. I don't know the names of these shades. I think it came with a little insert. I don't have any of them anymore, but I'm gonna just start with the lighter kind of teal. So I'm gonna concentrate most of the color right in the inner corner of the brow bone. And then I want it to go maybe to here. And then slightly fade off right about there. Maybe I'll zoom in. I always forget to zoom in until it's kind of too late. I do like to do more inner corner heavy looks, but I'm not great at them. Do the other side the same way. So what's new with everybody? What's going on? It feels like spring here in Minnesota. It's kind of gloomy. You can probably kind of tell from the window back there. It's only 2 p.m. and it looks like 6 p.m. It's been kind of rainy, kind of gloomy, but it's been warm. Yesterday it was 65 degrees. So nice. Tony and I have been taking Luna out. We got Luna a little cat backpack and she is loving it. She was a little nervous at first. Cats don't usually go outside like that, like house cats. When she would start crying, we'd take her back, and she has a little harness that she wears with her microchip tag on it for safety, and she doesn't love to wear it, but she doesn't try to run away. She doesn't try to bite me or anything. If she ever decides that she hates it, of course, if she lets me know, then she doesn't have to wear it anymore, but so far so good. She seems to really enjoy being in it, and we've been able to take her on really long walks. The very first time I put her in it, we only made it a block and then she started crying, but now, yesterday was the last time she was in it and she didn't cry. She just kind of laid down, looked around. She loves to look at the dogs, she loves to look at the birds and the people, and that's been so fun. So if you're on the fence about getting one of these cat backpacks, I say go for it. Just go for it. Your cat will probably like it. If you have the type of cat that loves to look outside. Coconut, my other cat, isn't really interested in windows. She isn't really interested in the outside world, so I don't think that she would love sitting in that backpack, but Luna loves it. I'm gonna deepen up right where I'm planning to kind of make that cut with the darker blue in the palette. If you are gonna get that backpack, I got the polarized version of the backpack, so it's gonna filter out more sunlight, which I just think is better for safety. I definitely don't want Luna to cook in there, so yeah, she doesn't seem to mind it at all, but I have not taken her out on a super sunny day yet. I also got the kind that expands, so if I ever want to sit down with her, I can set her down in the backpack without taking her out, and I can just unzip the back and it almost pretty much doubles in size, so she can kind of move around. But I also did get her a leash. We have not tried her on the leash yet, but I live by a park that's a really nice place for a picnic. I live by a couple nice parks, and I kind of want to bring Luna there, maybe have a little picnic, but I kind of want to put her on her leash and let her explore. I'll probably be posting updates on Instagram with Luna and her backpack adventures. I'm really excited. That's probably the most exciting thing that's been going on in my life lately. I love springtime in Minnesota. It was so cold for so long I didn't step outside. And now I can. I can keep my windows open. I can bring my babies outside. Well, one of my babies. I'm just so happy. Stuff in Minneapolis has been kind of wild lately too because Chauvin's trial is starting. I think they did jury selection. By the time this goes up, I think the jury selection will probably be over. Dude, by they, I mean the city of Minneapolis has been like really fucked up. They set up concrete barriers and barbed wire all over downtown. They did this secretly, like they were sneaky about this, but they updated their website. They added like civil unrest under reasons why like people might need to evacuate, you know, alongside things like tornadoes, obviously, earthquakes, which Minnesota doesn't get earthquakes, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of scary because I know that the government cannot be trusted. Like, I don't know a single person here who's actually afraid of like the civil unrest part of like rioting. Not a single person here is afraid of rioters. People here are afraid of the police, the government. Like, we know, we've seen it happen in Philly. The government bombed entire city blocks. At least here in Minneapolis, that is more what we're afraid of. Last time, like in June, during all the protesting, you know, a lot of racist people came up here, Proud Boys and Boogaloo Boys. So that's kind of what I'm afraid of right now. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they find him guilty, because he is. It's just so disappointing and I'm just so upset by like all of it. Okay, so this is the part where I'm gonna do the cut part of the cut crease. I don't know, I feel like maybe I need a little more blending, but I think I'm ready to move along. Okay, I've never done this before, like this style of cut crease. Like I've never done it like, here, let's just do it. I'm so scared. I get so scared to do things that I've never done before or that I'm not really like totally used to doing. And sometimes it works out, but sometimes it doesn't, and I'm hoping that this is one of the times that it works out. I'm gonna use the method that I learned in my last video, or the cut crease video that I posted recently. I'm gonna start with shape tape, and I'm just gonna kind of like fill in the general area where I know I want the cut to be. I'm shaking, my hands are shaking. I've also had a lot of caffeine and not a lot of food, so cowabunga, dude. Okay, I'm gonna go like this because I want it like that, and then I want it like, okay, it's getting a little out of hand, so I'm gonna move to the little tiny brush and I'm gonna just smooth that line. I'm gonna make it super sharp where I want that crease to be. Maybe you can't tell that my hand is incredibly shaky by looking at the brush itself. Maybe you can. I can tell. I'm really shaky right now. Okay, that's not too bad. The concealer is kind of drying out a little bit, making it hard to get it like opaque and super smooth, but I feel like I was worried for nothing. I'm gonna just kind of fill in the lid and the rest of the area over here. I'm moving over to the little brush again just to, I don't know, I feel like I kind of got it a little bumpy and a little weird. And then I'm just gonna tap out this bottom part here because I don't want that to be like super defined or anything. That's kind of pretty much what I was going for. It's not perfect, but it's my first time. Fun. I'm gonna just do the other eye really quick. I'm not gonna talk through it, then I'll come back for the rest. Okay, so it's not perfect, but I think it's good enough. It's pretty much what I was going for, so I'm happy about that. Oh, also I did set my concealer with just like a skin tone powder, just because it was creasing really bad and kind of grossing me out, so that is there. Next, I'm gonna just kind of follow this shape and I'm gonna do kind of like maybe like a shadow wing. And I'm gonna just use the same exact colors. I'm gonna start with the lighter blue and I'm tapping that in just a wing shape on my lid. So guess who I'm kind of a fan of now again? I wouldn't call myself a fan because I don't watch every video. I don't follow her on any platform. I haven't even subscribed on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. But I came across someone's channel and it's kind of good. And that person is Gabby Hanna. I never thought I'd be here, but here I am. I don't want this little shadow wing to touch the end of this crease, so I'm gonna stop there. That's kind of maybe a little too long, but can't go back now. I just took the same brush I was using and I just wiped it off, and then I'm gonna just soften this. But yeah, Gabby Hanna. I made a video. The only time I've ever talked about drama, I talked about Gabby Hanna when everything was going down with like her and Trisha. I don't know. I didn't really care too much about that. The part that I cared about and the reason why I talked about the drama is because of everything that happened with Jessie Smiles. And I don't know, I just felt like disgusted by it all. That video has been taken down because I just can't, like, I don't know, people can change, and I think that people need to be given an opportunity to improve, because a lot of the other like drama that she had been in that people were complaining about, like, I didn't really care. Like the thing with the brushes, I felt like she didn't really do anything wrong. That might be a hot take, that might be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like she didn't do anything wrong with like the brushes scandal. You know, her response might have been a little harsh, but nothing she said in that response was wrong. It was just the Jessie Smiles thing, and as far as I know, she hasn't actually addressed that, really. All she has said is that she didn't, like, intentionally support that guy or whatever. I don't know. But I came across her channel, and I started watching it because of her podcast. And then I'm just gonna deepen up right along the lash line with the darker blue. Anyway, so I came across her new channel. I'd kind of heard about it. I heard that she was trying to rebrand with a new channel, but I wasn't really interested until I found her podcast. And while she still does the thing that just personally annoys me, it's just a me issue, but when she laughs at her own jokes, that was one thing I said in my video that has been taken down, but I was like annoyed at the way she laughs at her own jokes because it's just so, it's like the David Dobrik laugh. It's like very forced, very loud. I don't want to talk shit, but she still does that, and that's just kind of like irritating. But for the most part, the way that she talks about what she personally went through during her cancellation, as a human being listening to another human being like be genuinely open about, I'll say it, like trauma. What she went through was traumatizing. It sounds like she's been in therapy for it. It sounds like she realizes how she was wrong and how she contributed to the situation, and she has taken accountability from what I've seen. Her whole personality is different too. She kind of has talked about that, like she was playing a character, she never could feel like herself, and I don't know, I just feel like the way that she talks about her experiences and what she's feeling and thinking and going through, I don't know, it just feels very genuine. And I'm into it. I watch her podcasts, like not religiously, but when they pop up on like my recommended, I'll click on them. Got a lot of fallout from that. Oh my god. I probably should have started with the dark shade in this case just because it's having a really hard time sticking now. Also, yes, I have a giant zit right here, and yeah, maybe you didn't notice, but now you do. Now I've drawn attention to my giant zit. So, I just feel like something's missing here. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should have done like a shimmer or a glitter on the lid first before doing this wing. I'm gonna do it now though. I'm gonna use the blue shimmer in the palette on the lid. I'm gonna try not to overlap the wing, but if I do, oh well, I'll just reapply it. So I've been thinking a lot about like past jobs that I've had lately. I don't know what has been making me think about it. Maybe it's just the fact that I have the time to think about it, and I have the time to like put things together and realize in which ways I've been totally fucked over, in which ways I've been taken advantage of, and in which ways the people above me have been like psychopaths. And I've already kind of made videos about 2 jobs. There's one other job that was like really close to being actually worse than Mac, worse than the the job that fired me for demanding COVID safety. But I don't think I'm gonna talk about them just because the owners, like the actual owners of the business that I worked for, are very good people. And I can't exactly say like where I worked because it's very obvious. I could give like even the smallest little hint and it would be very obvious, like where I worked in Minneapolis. I don't think I'm gonna spill any tea. I don't know, maybe at some point. I do love to trash talk horrible people. Also, talking with some people that I used to work with at Mac made me realize things that I totally forgot to mention in my Why I Quit Mac video. I kind of want to talk about them. And talking with other people that I worked with at the job that fired me for demanding COVID safety made me realize things that I forgot to talk about in that video. So, I don't know. Let me know if like you want to hear me spill some more tea. I would love to. I am gonna just go through one more time with the wing just because that did get kind of covered up and blended away a little bit. And then I'm just gonna use those same 2 blue shades for my lower lash line, regular style, how you do. And I'm using the darker blue on the lower lash line to just connect to the wing on the top. And then finally, just for the eyeshadow part of it, I'm gonna use the silver white, I don't know, the light shimmer in the inner corner. This is so pretty. Oh wait, I wanna do maybe this on the waterline. This is the NYX aqua green retractable liner. Does this part need to be on camera? Probably not. My camera stopped recording. And I had no idea, so I did not know that I needed to re-record anything, so there's like a giant jump in the video. I'm horrible at this, but I decided to use the Suva Beauty Hydro Liner in white because I wanted to jazz up the cut crease a little bit. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to keep the line thin-ish, but I feel like if I'm gonna mess up, this is where it's gonna happen, so let's take a moment of silence and pray first. It got a little bumpy. It usually does. I'm just gonna smooth that out now that I have a pretty good like direction. My hand is still so shaky too. This is not easy right now. Okay, I am so shaky from caffeine. I'm gonna drink some water. All right, time to smooth out this line. Cute! I gotta do the other eye. Okay, yeah, I fucked it up. It got too thick. It's too wet. Okay, this eye got a little too thick, a little wobbly, a little bumpy, but I think it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All that's left to really do is lashes, and I'm gonna do that off camera just because how boring is that, right? I'm gonna use the Essence Super Curl Mascara. This is probably the last time I'm gonna be able to use it. It's pretty dry, but that is fine. And then I'm gonna throw some Dunny Wispies on top, and then we'll do the outro. Okay, so that is the final look with lashes, and that's all I did off camera. So I love it. I think this is so fun. And I think this is a really good first step, a good practice round for doing like some of the crazy shit I was talking about. I'm very excited. I love this. I think it turned out great. This eye is obviously better. There's always one that's better. I do post close-ups of my eye with product details and everything in the description box on my makeup Instagram. So if you're looking for more looks, if you're looking for whatever, all that, the link will be in the description box along with all of the links to all of my social media if you're interested. Let me know what else you want to see from me, and as always, I just want to say thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!